Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the White House will withhold $40 million in federal funds from California for not enforcing English language requirements for commercial truck drivers.
It's a long-standing rule that hadn't been enforced by prior administrations, but to drive an 18-wheeler, a semi, a school bus, you have to speak English and you have to understand English. Gavin Newsom supports illegals over his own highway patrol to keep the roads safe. And so because they haven't complied, we'll use the tools that we have to make sure we make California pay attention to basic safety regulations, which is English language behind the truck, behind the big wheels of these big rigs.
Joining me now is former Democratic leader of the California State Senate, Gloria Romero. Gloria, good morning to you. Great to see you. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says that California is the only state not enforcing these English language requirements. You're out on the roads. We all are. Does that make you feel safe and proud of your state?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I am glad that Secretary Duffy has said no more. Basically, the way to get back at this ultra woke, extreme TDS on steroids attitudes and actions by elected officials in La La Land is basically to hit us where it hurts, unfortunately. And that is ending the federal aid. This is just a beginning. It's long overdue. It's done because we know that when you are driving on the road, you have to be able to navigate and read the signs. You have to be able to navigate for public safety of innocent people, bystanders. That hasn't been done. Good for Secretary Duffy.
Yeah, it just feels like the bare minimum, right? And we all remember that crash that happened in August where a migrant from India who received a commercial driver's license in California made an illegal U-turn in Florida and killed 3 people. And when they tested him after the crash, he failed English proficiency and road test signs. And Secretary Duffy is now saying, even despite that case and that crash, California is not swayed to strengthen their rules. Governor Newsom's office did respond to this $40 million withholding, pointing the finger at Texas, saying the facts are plain and simple. California commercial driver's license holders had a fatal crash rate nearly 40% lower than the national average. Texas, the only state with more commercial holders, has a rate almost 50% higher than California. So he's saying, don't look at us. Texas is way worse. What's your reaction to that?
I think the federal government needs to ignore Governor Newsom. Clearly, he is looking to every other state except his own. And one thing as well, in terms of what Secretary Duffy is doing, I would say we need to go far beyond that. You may have heard as well that just a few days ago, LA County is now doing the equivalent of basically 40 acres and a mule reparations for anybody who crossed the border without papers, undocumented, due to the open border policy. And what they have done is to declare this sudden emergency, basically saying that any rapist, pedophile, drug dealer, anybody impacted by these ICE raids because of the state itself, led by the governor, refuses to acknowledge that a sanctuary state, city, county, all it's doing is creating the need to actually have to go into communities to extract these felons from our community. So I say bravo for Secretary Duffy, and this should be extended, the withholding of all federal aid, whether it's transportation, housing, healthcare, you name it. They manufactured this so-called crisis. And we need to end it. You got to do it with the pocketbook.
Understood. So let's talk about the California governor's race, all the people that want Gavin Newsom's job. Katie Porter, man, there were 2 very unflattering videos that were recently released. One of her threatening to walk out of an interview. Another shows her screaming at a staffer. She recently sat down for another interview to address both of those things. And here's how she responded.
Are we going to see something else like that?
I can tell you what I've told you, which is that I am taking responsibility for this situation, and I'm also not going to back down for fighting back for California. That doesn't change the fact that what I did to that staffer was wrong. I've acknowledged it to her in that moment.
Okay, so that's her response, not ruling out the fact that there could be more yelling moments to come. And now Politico is reporting that a businessman who's much more moderate, was a Republican at one time, turned Democrat, Rick Caruso, ran for mayor of LA, is considering or not ruling out a run for governor of California. So do you think that he has a chance in light of these videos?
Well, I think a number of Democrats have a chance because clearly we've seen the Democratic field implode. Caruso is one, although if you take a look more closely at since his transition to becoming a Democrat, he really has taken on most of the far left policies of the Biden-Harris administration, including support for these so-called reparations for an open borders policy. So he will be up there. I don't know what his base will be, but he certainly will have money. Tom Steyer, also again to a very wealthy businessman, is looking at this as well. There are a number of folks. The important thing is, and I think what this is showing, though, is that there is no leader in the Democratic Party, not in California, certainly. So people are jumping in. If Republicans can get our act together and unite on a strong ticket, I think there's a real possibility that we could see the state flip red to really match more so how the voters are voting.
That would be something to see. We will be watching. Gloria, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.